this is Lane here. Welcome back to another video on LMG, and today we're going to be talking about Puff Puff, Gerbster, and Big Black. Let's talk about Big Black. Big Black has an interesting story. Big Black is not a monarch because she is not a monarch, but she actually ruled Chickenvania for just only one day, from February 10th to February 11th of 2022. And when Ducky II was born, King Ducky II was born, I actually served as his regent from February 2022 to August 2022. And Big Black, her past, we don't even know how she became a leader. Well, she is a part of a monarchy, a part of the monarchy. She is related to King and Queen Ducky through a very distant and may be illegitimate line, but that doesn't mean that she has a dark side. She has murdered a lot of people. She actually used to be a serial killer back in the days, but then she was changed. Right now, she is living in Chapital, aka Chicken Palace Town, to this day, right near King Ducky's home. Let's move on to Puff Puff. Puff Puff. And I guess we're going to do Gerbster too. So Puff Puff is the king of Mysteria. And he, being possessed, actually provoked the Mysterian War, where Nico, Lanian, Morganese, and many other forces started to attack them. And finally, in the end, Mysteria surrendered, and they had a harsh treaty. The Treaty of Hamsteria, aka the capital. They would lose almost all their land. They'll have to pay debt to the Nicoanians and Lanians. And, And they also had a violent revolution with the Rat Republic, a.k.a. Puff Puff. A.k.a. Puff Puff. Gerbster. Forget I said any of that. Gerbster. Puff Puff was king of the Rat Republic, but technically Gerbster's the ruler of it, so just ignore that. So yeah, technically I was right, but I was wrong. So Gerbster ruled the Rat Republic in a violent revolution against Mysteria. And yeah. And the Rat Republic is still today facing many protests to say that Gerbster has some serious allegations against him. So, you don't want to live with Gerbster. Even though he is a ruler of a country, well, not really a great country, it's still for his violent history and violent present day. This video was that short. I'll talk more about. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about their relatives. Big Black, through her sister, Backy, actually married one of the royal houses. But this royal house actually descends from Quacka V, who ruled Chickenvania through an illegitimate line. This may be legitimate, but we don't know yet. He was not the first. He was not the oldest, as he was the second oldest. And Puff Puff came from an aristocratic family. Puff Puff had a great life. He was well educated and went to college. But when Puff Puff became ruler of a country, after his mother Puffia died, and his father Puffuska died, he became the leader. But he wasn't an only child. Gerbster, his little brother, was jealous and almost tried to kill him. But Puff Puff was able to survive at the end. To retaliation, Puff Puff gave Gerbster a amount of territory called Radiania. This would later become the Rat Republic. He violently took control of them when they tried to revolt the first time. But during the Mysterian War, they revolted for a second and final time. But the new country did not last long. Soon, Gerbster put a military dictatorship inside the country, and many civil wars broke out. A fascist, a national socialist side, and a communist side. Thankfully, Nico caught a 360 no-scope. Ding! But this didn't mean all the problems were gone. The Rat Republic is independent, but to this day, Gerbster is in debt to many nations. And his nation probably won't last for 5 years because his nation is already starting to crumble due to the violent policies that he's done. And Lanian spies have recently found out that he was the one who caused Puff Puff to go mad. Puff Puff, who is possessed, as I said earlier, he was possessed from Gerbster. Gerbster wanted his country, so it made total sense to attack the country. But in the end, Gerbster got barely anything, and he only got he only got the province of Radiania, which would later become the Rat Republic. Now, you might be wondering, where was Big Black at on this? Big Black was in her home. Actually, her husband, Blakuski, who is a Polish, Blakuski actually fought in the war. He didn't die, but he got some injuries. Today, Big Black and her husband are living happily married with no children yet. And Puff Puff and Gerbster are still enemies. Puff Puff lives in Hamsteria. Gerbster lives in Rat City. And Gerbster was almost killed by Mysterian spies, who's ordered by Puff Puff. Many countries do not like the Rat Republic. The Rat Republic used to be a beacon of democracy, but the young democracy did not even last for 24 hours. Right as the treaty got independent, 15 hours after the treaty, Gerbster transformed the country to become a military dictatorship. And this is when the times of troubles for Gerbster began. But I hope you enjoyed the video because this didn't take that long at all. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe so I stay alive because I'm currently doing a challenge as the video's premiering I'm just going to upload it. As the video's upload, like when the video gets uploaded, I will still be doing the 24-hour without food challenge. So help me live, please. Subscribe!